I'm so sorry.
Excuse
but
me,
not.
I believe you have my
I'm
stapler.
I'm not too sorry about that.
Staple versus. Oh, right. If you guys don't know how this game works, we are going to go through two cards that may or may not be staples, and we're going to argue one side or the other, and you guys have to decide. The deck that it is in, there is only one spot left, so we're assuming that it is whatever colors we're talking about. You guys have to decide what makes it in that last spot. Yeah. Last week we had Faithless Looting against Ponder, and all truth meter, everything. Where do you think that ended up, Lowery?
I did see the Twitter poll, and I was super surprised that Faithless Looting won that. I think Ponder's probably the better card.
So we'll start with the Twitter. Twitter won 57% of the vote to 43%. 56% of the vote on YouTube went to Faithless Looting as well.
Wow.
Yes, I know. So it's pretty similar to what Twitter. But the good old Discord went 50-50. And so Faithless Looting pulls out the win. I'm actually really surprised. 55%. So it's pretty close though. 55% to 45% for
people like graveyard shenanigans. That's what I would say.
But it's fucking red.
It's okay.
All right, what do we have for this week's? What's our two cards we're dealing with this week?
Boros Charm.
Boo.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. It is a red and a white. It's an instant, and then you can choose one colors, of multiple. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not right. Okay. Boros Charm deals. You can choose one. Boros Charm deals 4 damage to target player or planeswalker.
Oh, that makes a lot of difference in fucking Commander, right?
Permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn.
Okay, that's pretty decent.
Or target creature gains double strike until end of turn. What do you mean? Do not downplay this. Okay, this here.
So my card. Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Heroic Intervention.
Heroic Intervention. So I'm going to point this out. This is a green card. Lowry's was a white and red card.
Yes.
So we are playing a 3-color deck at this point.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just point that out.
We are.
Mine only requires one color. So just green to cast this. And it is the same casting cost, a green and a colorless. So I just need one green.
This is true.
Instant permanents you control gain not only indestructible, but hexproof. So they cannot be targeted.
I mean,
by your opponent's stuff.
I don't think that's good.
I just protect my shit.
I would think that's good. But okay, so understand this. Normally they make better cards harder to cast just because for fairness. And that's what is going on with Boros Charm here.
What it is on the two worst colors in fucking Magic. It's on red and white. And then I have the green card, which is the best color in Magic.
All permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn. It can do Heroic Intervention pretty good. It does pretty good.
It's a half heroic.
It's the important part.
Oh, it's half though.
Okay.
The fizzling of people's
one
dreams,
spell of
fizzling of dreams is amazing. When you're just like, they're like, I'm going to do this.
You would cast that card just for spot removal?
Hell yeah. If they're going, I'm going to control magic your commander, and you're like, well, no, you aren't. Because they can control.
Decent point.
They can control magic anything you have if it's just indestructible.
So
Go ahead.
I mean,
milady,
dealing 4 damage to a player isn't very big. I would admit that, but it's to a planeswalker.
Don't even.
You can get that's killing a planeswalker. So we can say kills a planeswalker or makes all of your stuff indestructible.
We made a goddamn episode about people trying to play planeswalkers.
Plenty of people play planeswalkers. They're just random. They're just random, and this is just parts of a card. It's just like a third of it.
They're used less than interrupts.
That's not true, because Counterspell was an interrupts, and Counterspell is the most played fucking card.
That's what I said. They're used less than interrupts.
Oh yeah,
they're used less than the other.
Most things are. All right, fine. And then target creature gains double strike until end of turn.
What is an interrupt?
Yeah, it went away with mana sources, and so target creature gains double strike. That doesn't mean it has to be yours either. So if somebody's going in with a big fatty and you can like hey, double strike that Blight Steel Colossus and end the game
all about
for that
helping
person.
Other people out.
Yeah, I'm a nice, generous person. But also it helps in Voltron decks, and this is going to help you if you just have a huge creature that's going to be able to get through. Trample's super nice if you're playing
never
that in your
using
deck.
that. You're 90,
absolutely inaccurate.
99% using the indestructible. In fact, number 2 this last weekend cast Boros Charm. Not with a green deck, otherwise he probably would have cast Heroic Intervention. And he gave his stuff indestructible. You're not going to use the double strike.
That's
the double
not
strike,
true.
you're going to use the double strike if it's going to win or kill a player. That's like pretty much the only way you're going to use it. And if you're playing red and white, you're not going to win
every turn because you're targeting Feather and giving it double strike.
You're not in Feather because this is green.
Yeah, that's true.
Get that out of there.
Get
that out of there. We're in a green, red, and white deck.
Yep.
So garbage.
Do you have a green, white, red deck? Because Boros Charm is in mine, but Heroic Intervention is not.
Whoa, you need to take that deck apart. What
I would just say build a better deck.
Rien? Because I can give Rien double strike and then, dealing 10, 15, 20 damage in a shot.
I would just say build a better deck.
You're making a mistake. This Heroic Intervention should be in there.
I actually have multiple ways of giving indestructible, so it allows me to be more aggressive with Boros Charm. So Heroic Intervention
is in every single one of my green decks.
Yeah.
It's in my Kami deck. It's in any green deck that I
didn't realize you were a Kami.
Oh, wrong one.
No. So I don't have build a better deck.
There you go, AJ.
So,
forgot about that.
So Heroic Intervention is solid, is really, 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 really good if you're not looking for more of those effects. But if you have a lot of those effects that can happen within a deck, Heroic Intervention becomes just kind of like an echo. And it doesn't matter. Because you have that effect so many times. Whereas Boros Charm has that flexibility in going, you know what? I don't need the indestructible because I already have it here with Selfless Spirit.
That's not the point of Heroic Intervention. Most of the time it's the spot removal of them targeting your stuff. That's when a lot of times, more often than not, when I use Heroic Intervention, it is not because of I'm removing destroying all creatures. It is more of they are targeting my commander by putting something on it or taking it or putting Dark Steel. Is it Ignite? The one that turns it into the 01 doesn't have abilities.
Mutation.
Dark Steel mutation on it. And it's no, you're not going to do that because now it has hexproof. So to be honest, being completely
you normally use
honest,
it with the hexproof?
The hexproof is the part that hits me on the Heroic Intervention and not the indestructible.
I guess maybe you should be playing Swiftfoot Boots over Lightning Greaves.
No, because if it said the same thing, if it said freaking,
I'm just saying,
we're going back to another staple versus. Damn it! Now the train of thought is all gone. I guess the other part of it is with our play group. We don't have as many board wipes. There isn't a lot of Wrath of Gods. It's more of balancing kind of type things. So either way, ours don't matter in that if it's a Cyclonic Rift, but it is more targeting. You are one of those people that does that. You will neutralize what? Where you will neutralize a commander by using a Dark Steel mutation type card. And so this is just that protection.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help you out by giving that commander indestructible. So I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah. I loved when you did it on Eureka, and then I was like,
yeah, that fucking sucks.
Well,
ninjutsu is really good randomly against auras that you want to put on player stuff. I can still attack with this 01. Yeah.
Ninjutsu. He doesn't have any blockers, so ninjutsu him back into my hand.
That was a rough game. I think I like the flexibility of Boros Charm.
I will give you that. I will give you. It has 2 options. It does not have 3. It has 2 because the first one's fucking garbage.
I mean, I've heard
garbage.
this is off color, but I've heard of people winning the game with Sign in Blood because you can say target player loses 2 life and draws 2 cards, and sometimes you just get down that low and you can use it.
Really?
Okay, let's say we're getting down to the end of the game and you're just holding on to
you're holding on
to Boros Charm for the indestructible. And then somebody gets within that life range of where you can be like, I'm going to hit you for 4 and be able to attack through.
Let's do very situational.
Yeah. And heroic intervention just can't do that.
Oh, that is good.
It just can't do that. How does
we get to the end of the game and you or not even the end of the game, you're playing the game and you have only a green open and then or even a green and a white, or you're having to leave multiple colors open just so you can cast Boros Charm? I just need a green and a colorless.
I'm just
green.
How does your card, I can't even remember it, heroic intervention, how does that do when like, is it better if like Fiery Emancipation is in play, or like Furnace of Wrath, like damage doublers, or like it doesn't interact with anything else beyond just like that? It kind of can help you. That's all I'm saying. This can help in a lot of different situations.
My biggest argument with heroic intervention is just removing the spot stuff, the targeting. That's all I can really argue, because that's the difference. That is the only difference with yours.
Yeah, because it's a boring card. Boring bad card.
Well, I guess I can do this. It is in 124,000 EDH rec decks, and Boros Charm is in half that amount at 60,000. Oh,
that's respectable. That's respectable. But I mean, I think it's in 100% of red-white decks.
Yeah, because red-white sucks. But I love red because it's in every deck that I build. And white is is this the new best color in Magic and Commander? I don't know.
That didn't get any extra clicks. That's all I know.
Didn't really. It got a couple likes from people that are white. That sounds really bad. White
mono white border. Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I don't have any more arguments.
I think we're good. We're fine.
Right. You guys...
I will. I hope. I get a crown next week, right? After winning so many times.
What?
I'm gonna win this one.
So when did I get my crown? Like 6 weeks ago?
You got it when I took a shot on Friday.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
From losing.
All right, you guys can vote. You guys can vote for this card or either one of these cards. You guys can check out either YouTube on the community tab, or you can vote on Twitter. We'll have it there. Or if you're part of the Discord, you can vote there as well. So those will be those. And then next week we'll have a new 2.